You ever have someone that just not cooperate?
Es el pueblo que está más cerca.
That's the clinic right here. That's their clinic. This is what we call the shapeshift dance.
Nothing else in this house is grounded.
This is what I would got paid so much to go to school for right here.
You guys gonna bug out. Put up a street light. The school president came one day to the clinic and he had this big box and he's like, I bought this street light. It was, let's go this way, I'll show you what kind of light it was. One of those lights, like the ones that are up on the post, those are solar powered lights. But you gotta wire it into that. You gotta wire it into the electricity. If it's solar powered, I don't know why it's wired into electricity. I don't know about any of that. But he brought it over and he gave me the instructions. He's like, do you know how to put this up? And I was like, no. He's like, can you help me? So I read the instructions, took all the street light over, and we put the street light up in another village. So now I got my degree in street light putting up. Closest clinic that way, that would be south. It's about 30 miles. You should take them at least 2 hours to get to if they're using a horseback or a carriage. And there's a private clinic that way, but that costs $30 US per consultation, and that just includes a consultation. He gives them, all he gives them is a prescription, and then they have to go get their medication. If they come here, they pay $2 US for the consultation, and I give them the medication so long as I have it in the clinic. The store we're going to right now is probably the second best store in town because they have almost the most amount of items. They sell laundry soap, they sell chips, they sell soda, they sell cream, sometimes they sell cheese, they sell eggs, they sell beans in a can, they don't sell any vegetables, no fruit, no meat, no something. Es otro amigo que trajimos.
Hola.
Él no habla español, mi hermano sí.
Él entiende.
Oh, solo un poco.
Pásale. Toda la semana estuvo puro chipi, ahora anoche se desató.
¿Qué tal el estado de calor?
Ay.
Ya se nos había olvidado el camino de regreso.
¿Ya? Qué luego. No, ya se le olvida, entonces cuando se bañan. Se van a acordar.
Se nos hizo muy largo.
Se nos hizo, fue bastante. ¿Y qué tal el camino? ¿Cómo está? ¿Está bien?
Está bien.
Claudia Cecilia Duarte Robles.
¿Dónde está?
pues está trabajando.
Working.
Testumá se llama la fábrica donde trabaja.
He works at a factory.
Yes.
It's close to Navojoa. ¿Cómo te llega tu mercancía?
Pues el Enrique se surte.
My husband has a pickup truck, and he brings stuff from town. Since he works in town, he brings stuff here and brings it to the store when they need it. Ya va a ser famosa. Va a ser como Big Brother.
What?
Her said she's gonna be. She's the best. So I was like, don't worry about it, you'll be famous soon.
Es buen hermano.
¿Cuál es el producto más popular? ¿Qué es lo que más se consume?
De refresco, pues la Coca-Cola, lo que sea.
De todo. Lo
De
que
todo.
más. Dice, de esto es lo que me...
El Coca-Cola.
Sí, la Coca-Cola es la que se vende más. De mí.
Her mother-in-law
Sí.
takes care of the store when any older people come there because they don't speak Spanish, they only speak Mayo.
Right. Is that her mother-in-law there?
No,
That's
her mother-in-law, that's her grandmother. Her mother-in-law is in another village. Here when women give birth, for 40 days they don't leave their bedroom.
Oh.
And so for 40 days they call that a diet. And she went to take care of one of her daughters who just had a baby. For 40 days that woman does not get out of her bed. She gets sponge baths, she gets fed in bed. She doesn't do anything, so.
That's the village telephone?
As a courtesy to anybody who's a visitor, every house you go to, especially social gathering places, they have this jug with water in it and they have a cup on the top. So you just take the cup off and then you have a drink of water and then you put it back down. That's like courtesy water for anybody who comes. It's so hot out. Anybody can have a drink of water. Yeah.
You know, that's crazy because in Egypt they do something.
A lot of infectious diseases. People really, they're infectious diseases or chronic degenerative diseases, infective diseases, because they don't have any work safety. They get cut, or they get heat stroke, or they get a cold and they don't take anything for it. It turns into pneumonia or bronchitis. They get a lot of stomach illnesses, a lot of diarrhea, a lot of gastrointestinal illnesses, parasites, or just because they're old, they have hard work lives. They get arthritis, diabetes, high blood pressure, because they don't have any diet to eat whatever they get, whatever. Están un poco grandes, pero él seguramente los puede pasar. Sí. Esto se lo voy a dar para que se le resuelva lo de la garganta, para que no tenga tantas flemas y para que no ande batallando con esa tos y las flemas. Cuando estás tosiendo tienes que escupir todas las flemas, no te las vayas a estar tragando. Entonces le voy a dar dos medicinas, un antibiótico para la garganta y el otro es para que se le vaya desinflamando lo del ojo. Toda la cara lo tiene inflamado por lo mismo del bacteria. ¿Y no fue a recoger su credencial?
Ya he ido varias veces, pero no me encuentran en la compra.
Everybody here is a farmhand. Nobody here owns land or owns a business. Everybody's a farmhand. So in the morning, at 6 o'clock in the morning, a school bus comes, it parks right over here, and it beeps the horn. And whoever wants to work, men, women, children, they all come outside, they walk, they get on the bus, and they get paid per day.
¿En qué trabaja?
Trabaja en el campo.
En el campo. ¿Está trabajando ahora?
No,
Aquí está. Él es
Sending
su esposo.
outside.
Julián.
Nicolás Figueroa. Trabajo en el campo.
¿Y trabajó hoy?
No, me tocó descanso este día. Estamos preparando la tierra.
Tardes. ¿Cómo está?
Bien, bien.
Mira, consulta.
No, nada más preguntarles si ya están funcionando ya.
Ya.
¿Ya? ¿Desde cuándo?
De hoy en la mañana.
Bueno.
Sí.
José Buitimea.
What?
José Buitimea.
Pues nada,
Translate.
ahorita nada, creo, porque no hay trabajo en los campos.
He said right now, he drove down to the fields, but there's no work right now. So he's like, he just went down there and there was no work, so he came back.
Jornal, la agricultura, en las siembras.
Farmhand, whatever they had available, he'll do.
No, vengo de una reunión ahí de los
He said they went to a meeting to see where there's going to be work next day, tomorrow or next week. ¿Para cuándo va a haber trabajo por aquí?
Ah, pues yo creo que luego que llueva, ¿no? Luego que haya agua para la siembra, los riegos.
He said after it rains, because the water will make the fields fertile again and it'll start growing, so they'll need workers.
Pues por temporal, ¿no?
Pero ya llevamos rato.
Sí, ya tiene rato, algunos meses, pero ya no.
He said he don't remember exactly, but it's been more than a few months since the last rain. When we got here in February, from February till May, it was potato season. So everybody here worked in the potatoes. Starting in May until about 2 more weeks from now, it's tomato season. So they all go work harvesting tomatoes. Starting in the first 2 weeks of August, it's going to be shrimp season. So everybody's going to go out to, they all have boats, they all have small boats, but they leave them down by the ocean. And they go in the ocean, they just throw a net in and just pull in as much shrimp as their boat can handle. And they just bring it in, they just sell the shrimp. And then when the shrimp is done, then they get, I think it's squash season. And then it goes back to potato again.
Tristes recuerdos de tradición. Cuando contempla sus verdes llanos, lágrimas vierte por sus pasiones. Sí, lleva en su alma la valle tristes recuerdos de tradiciones. Cuando contempla sus verdes llanos, lágrimas vierte por sus pasiones. Sí, ella es sencilla, le brinda al hombre virtudes.
These are sea snails. This hump on his back right here, that's where the excrement is. So you have to cut that off, so there's no excrement when you prepare. Ese es el mismo que tocamos todos.
De la paz y el grito, pero si siente.
It's very good, delicious.
Todo lo deja, todo lo deja. Este es su lema, su rey. Ese es su lema.
Peppers that are shrimp filled with shrimp. They're not hot at all. They're like green peppers but smaller. These are breaded shrimp. They're very good. These we haven't figured out what these are, but these are delicious. We haven't figured out what they are, but they're terrific. This is fish right here, and these are a different type of shrimp. It's like a different style, different way to make it.
Okay.
More stuff is on the way.
It's very good, delicious.
Go.
Dos gardenias para ti, con ella quiero decir, te quiero, te adoro, mi vida. Ponle toda tu atención, que serán tu corazón y el mío. Dos gardenias para ti, que tendrán todo el calor de un beso, de esos besos que te di y que jamás te encontrarán en el calor de otro querer. A tu lado vivirán y se hablarán como cuando estás conmigo, y hasta creerán que te dirán te quiero. Pero si un atardecer las gardenias de mi amor se mueren, es porque han adivinado que tu amor me ha traicionado, porque existe otro querer. A tu lado vivirán y se hablarán solo cuando
This
Yeah.
village is
What?
named Yavaritos.
Yavaritos.
Yavaritos. Where he's going is the next closest village that's called Cambio Labampo. There's one that we passed on our way in that was called Lopez Mateos. There's another one that's called Bachoco, that's right on the ocean. And there's another one that's pretty close to the ocean that's called Faustino Felix. And in total there's about a little bit less than 2,000 people living in all 5 villages. Those were Mayos, Mayo Indians, not to be confused with the Mayan Indians, which live in the south of Mexico and Belize, Honduras, Guatemala. These are Mayo Indians. They're more related to the Indians that were living in the south of Arizona, South Texas, maybe in a little bit New Mexico, in that area. So.
¿Y si usted habla mayo?
Sí.
Sí. ¿Qué hizo ella?
Chocone.
Chocone. ¿Qué tanta gente habla aquí mayo?
Todo.
Todos, pero los niños
Los niños no.
Los niños
No
les
lo hablan,
enseñan,
pero
¿verdad?
otros le entienden.
Si piensas que es importante que a los niños se les enseñe.
Pues yo digo que sí, pero a mí sí me gustaría aprender, sí me gustaría saber. Yo digo que sí.
He thinks it's important for the younger children to learn.
David Flores.
What is it?
David
Flores. 24.
Right back there, you see this little hut, look with a little square in it, behind the fence. That's for making bread, the bread oven. A él le interesa saber lo del horno, a donde haces el pan. Dice, ¿quién te hizo el horno?
Yo.
She said she built her own oven
Yo
out
and
of
Mickey.
Adobe, and her grandson. Her grandson is the one who only lives with her now. All the children are big and married.
Okay.
So they built this Adobe oven. We can go. ¿Y hace cuánto tiempo que elaboraron, que hicieron el horno?
Ya tiene mucho, doctor, pero no más que no teníamos otros y se estaba cayendo y lo tumbamos y
She
volvimos.
said this one's pretty new. It's been there for a few years. The old one, she's like, the mud starts getting a little bit, sloppy. So they had to tear it down and build a new one. Her and her grandson.
Ah, para hacer el pan. Ya que masa, ya que tiene
Once you have the dough ready.
Ah, pues tiene que pues para hacer las empanadas las tiene que extenderlas como
She
tortilla
said
de
she's gonna
harina.
roll them out like tortilla, roll out the dough.
Y ya le va a echar la calabaza, la mermelada, lo que le va a
She
echar.
spreads fruit in the inside, and then she
Y ya
folds
lo
them
va.
like turnovers.
Los dobla uno y ya los va poniendo en cartera
And then
de
she puts
plástico.
them on big metal sheets. Once the fire is ready, really hot inside the oven, she takes out all the coal from the oven, so the oven is totally empty and there's no smoke, and all the rocks are hot. So then she puts all the bread in, and the pans of bread in. It takes approximately I watched the process a few times. So it takes approximately 3 minutes. She puts it in there in 3 minutes, she takes them out, they're all baked. She goes around town, once they're ready, she puts them in a big basket and she puts them on her arm. She goes around town to all the houses that she knows always buy from her.
Yeah.
So she brings them and she sells them for about 2 pesos each, which is about 5 for $1.
Okay.
Mi nombre es Leandra Moroyoki. Tengo 56. Sí, tengo 8 hijos.
She has 8 children.
Ah,
Ya
tenían que venir las lluvias para que empezaran a florecer otra
Sí.
vez las rosas. A ver, traigo a un amigo que quiere preguntarles qué están haciendo. No habla español él, pero
Hola.
viene de visita y quiere saber. This is the Virgin of Guadalupe. This is that's the patron saint of Mexico.
Yeah.
That's the Virgin. That was when Mary appeared in Mexico. They call her the Virgin of Guadalupe because of the place where she appeared.
Right.
But it's the same as Mary. That was one of her apparitions in Mexico. They're gonna go do a blessing on us on a house over there, but they're just bringing the flag over. The blessing will be later.
No, es relación del San Antonio de los Capomos. Lo van a traer.
Okay, she said it's a wake actually for a saint who died a long time ago. It's not for a person.
Okay. Okay. What's the name of the saint?
San Antonio. Que aparte de, bueno, que conlleva una velación.
Es promesa.
de una señora.
It's she said that one of the ladies here prayed to the saint. One of the ladies in town prayed to the saint, and since whatever she prayed for was carried out, so she promised to do this ceremony towards the saint.
Right.
So it's something. It was a personal promise for one of the ladies, and they helped her do it.
Está seco. It's dry.
She says that the local people here can't really afford to go far to have a funeral or anything. So they just decide right here they're gonna bury their local kinfolk who died, whoever.
Yes.
And this is how we just have little cemeteries all over, anywhere on the side of the road for this respectable small little village. ¿Cómo se llama ese lugar otra vez?
Cambio la Bampo.
Hambiolobampo.
Cambio la Bampo.
Hambiolobampo.
Yo digo que no deberíamos de ir porque está lloviendo.
She's saying we better get our asses back because it's raining and we don't got the vehicle.
Con las casas, mira, esta es una casa.
There's no string.
What they got?
No, I got some thorns in my foot.